Joined now by Sami Al-Arian, who's the director of the Center for Islam and Global Affairs at Istanbul Zaim University. Sami, mediators are now working really hard to try to close this UN deal. How critical is this situation becoming for Palestinians right now?
I mean, it's been pretty critical since day one. I mean, thousands upon thousands of Palestinians have already been killed. We're talking about 37,000. Let's recall that Hamas agreed to a ceasefire agreement back on May 7th. Since then, over 1,000 Palestinians, over 2,500 Palestinians have been killed, and almost 6,000 have been injured. So it hasn't been Hamas or the resistance who have been basically obstructing this process. It's been Israel. Even when Biden came with his proposal on May 31st, Israel did not release any kind of statement saying that they agreed to it, even Biden describing it as an Israeli proposal. Let's also recall that what Secretary Blinken said today. He said that it's been Hamas that is delaying this for 12 days, which is just being dishonest, because May 31st is when Biden announced it, and then they gave a written draft to Hamas 6 days later, on May 5th, on June 6th, and then it took them about 5 days to respond yesterday. So it's been 5 days, and they came with what they have agreed on in the past. Let's remember that the proposal that they were given does not actually give any kind of guarantee or a commitment for ceasefire. All what it says is that during stage one, they will negotiate a ceasefire, which is not assuring any kind of ceasefire. And they said we need an ironclad guarantee that there will actually be a ceasefire by the time we deliver the hostages. And then in terms of the withdrawal, since May 7th, Israel has gone into Rafah. It's occupied the Philadelphia corridor, which means we have new realities on the ground. That it would be suffocating for any kind of civilian government in Gaza. So they said Israel must withdraw before the start of the second stage. And these are the two demands or the two changes that Hamas and the resistance have added, because it cannot be dealt with the presence of Israeli on Gaza or the not ending the war.
And Sami, with Hamas looking for a permanent ceasefire and Israel looking for the total elimination of Hamas, it's looking difficult to see where and how these gaps will actually be bridged. What hope is there for a ceasefire deal?
You're absolutely right. These are irreconcilable objectives. And it's really up to the United States. I think it's the United States that has to move, and it has to pressure the Israeli government. Both of them are in peril. It's not going to be easy for them in a war of attrition. Let's recall also that Israel is not just having a fun time there. They are also losing soldiers, and they are losing all kinds of casualties every single day. And its reputation is in tatters. Everybody is looking at them. It's becoming as a pariah state. So it's becoming very difficult for them, even for its leaders, to travel around the world once an indictment is issued. So they need this kind of reprieve. They need this kind of ceasefire. In terms of the United States, the elections is around the corner. Within a few weeks, we're going to have the Republican convention, followed by the Democratic convention. I don't think Biden wants this war to be going on with babies being killed and women being killed every single day. I think he wants to wrap it up. He wants to end this. And therefore, they are under as much pressure as the Palestinians. I think the resistance and Hamas has made it pretty clear. There will not be a deal unless there is an ironclad commitment in writing that the war would end by the time they sign this deal, and that Israel would withdraw totally from Gaza before the second stage kicks in.
Sami Al-Arian, live from Istanbul there. Thank you.